Hello everyone, welcome to today's Phi webinar. I hope you can all hear me this time. Please do let me know uh, in the comments. Um, so, uh, my name is Georgia, I'm still me, and I will be your host for today. Today we are going to cover the tools the tools taught in tutorial number 8 that have to do with smoothness and continuity. And more specifically, we're going to explore the tangent manager, to which we had an introduction the previous successful time. So we're going to see over that and explore all of the tools there, and then we're going to see how we can make edges smooth with Phi or not smooth, and some related tools. Of course, feel free to post your questions throughout the webinar. I hope I will see them, but I will try to answer them at the end anyway. Okay, so let's change to the Phi interface. At the moment I'm in my Onshape document. For this webinar I will launch Phi through Onshape. I could also use the Phi standalone interface, but for now I choose to go to Applications and launch Phi as an Onshape tab right here. So I'm waiting for Phi to load, and okay, let's say, sorry. Okay, I will start with this body, which I have prepared as a general shape to showcase the tools. So let's start with the Tangency menu. Last time we mentioned that in order to use any of these buttons in this menu, we need to enter the tangency mode. So to enter the tangency mode, I simply click on the first button, and this will show me some weird symbols, some vectors. We will discuss what these mean. For now, I just want you to remember that we need to get in and out of this mode, either by clicking the button, or by hitting the T shortcut, T, tango. So in and out. And let's say that I don't want all of these symbols to show up because they're not useful to me right now, and I only want, for example, this edge to work. I only want to work with this edge, so I can simply select this edge and then enter the tangency mode, and that will only show me the vectors attached to the vectors of this particular edge. And then if I also select another edge while in this mode, I will also get those. Now, I want to note that if you don't, sometimes it's a bit tiring to see the transparent faces. So I want to note that while in this tangency mode, I can still use the transparent faces button. So I can click on this button or simply use the H shortcut, and this will allow me to switch between transparent edges, transparent faces, without exiting the mode. So I'm still in the same tangency mode. Okay, so let's see what these vectors are actually are. The first thing you notice is that we have different colors. So, for example, the green color means that this particular vector, which actually denotes the end of the edge, is free to move. So if I push the edge, then the vector follows. So this is the green color. Another color that you notice here is the purple one, and please notice that their purple tangents are are always in pairs. And we will see this later when we go to the smoothness menu. But for now, I just want you to know that a purple pair of vectors means that these two edges are smooth, are tangent with each other at this particular point, at this end of theirs. Okay, and the other color that we have in tangency mode is the red color. How I did that? Okay, first let's see what this means. You see that when we have the green color, so it means the vector is free to move, it follows the edge. Now, if I try to move an edge with a red or locked tangent, you will see that the edge moves, but the tangent remains locked. And that's exactly the purpose. How I did that though? So in order to lock or unlock, you select the vector that you want to lock or unlock, and you select it by just clicking on the edge towards the end of that particular vector. So now I have selected this vector, and we click the lock or unlock button. At the moment, you can see that there is a little ball on the right of this button, which means that it is locked, as we can understand. So I just unlocked it, and now it is again free to move, and the ball should have disappeared. Okay. By the way, this ball denotes that we are in the tangency mode. Okay, so this is the lock button, and the edit button is again the way to change the orientation of a tangent. So if I want, for example, okay, let's take this one again. If I want this tangent to rotate, I simply select it again, as we said, and I click on this button, or I can also use the M shortcut, and I get the move manipulator, the one I already know, but now I can use the rotation arrows in order to manipulate the orientation of the, the vector. And now if I just click anywhere, the manipulator disappears, and I see that my edited vector has become red, which means locked. So phi, you see, it's locked. So this means that phi supposes that since I have edited it, I want it to stay to stay where I put it. Of course, I can always unlock. Okay, so I'm back to where we were. Okay, so we have explained all three colors and the first three buttons. Okay, now we can continue to the next button, which is tangent to face. Again, I repeat that I still have to be in tangency mode in order to use these buttons that we're going to see. And let's say that I'm not interested in all of these, I'm only interested in this edge, and I'm entering the mode. And the reason why I'm interested in this edge is because this button actually applies to T-junctions, to edges that end to a face. So you can see this clearly. Now I'm going to use the hidden edges mode, because otherwise I will not be able to see the vectors because they are inside the body. Sorry. Okay, so in order to use this, so the purpose of this tool is to actually make the edge tangent to this face. Okay, so you can see, for example, that if I hide the edges, you can see that there is a little crease here. So our purpose is to actually get rid of this crease, and yeah, of course. Yeah, and of course we could do this manually, but let's see what the tool will do for us. So I select, first I enter the tangency mode, I select the tangent, the vector, by clicking on the edge towards the end that I want to manipulate, and then I select on the face where the where the vector, the edge ends. Okay, and having selected all of these, I click on the button, and you can see now that phi rotated the end of the edge so that it has become smooth with my face, with this face here. Sure, yeah. I'm hiding the edges, and then I cannot enter the tangency mode, because to enter the tangency mode you need to have the edges visible. Otherwise, phi cannot place the vectors. So I forget all the time. Okay. So we saw what this tool does, and for example, I could do the same here. You see the difference between the locked and unlocked vector. Okay, one more note is that in case the vector is too far away from the position that I wanted to go, for example, like here, if I try to use this tool, I selected the vector and the face, and then I ask Phi to do this for me, and of course Phi complains because as I said, it is too far away from its destination, and Phi imagines that maybe I'm making a mistake or something. So there I can simply manually move it. Sorry, let me. Okay. Yes, and I manually move it near the position I want it to go, and I repeat the procedure, and you see that now Phi has done the job for me. Okay, another tool of the menu is again manipulate the tangent, but this time instead of parallel to a face, Phi will place it normal to a face. So for example, if I want to manipulate this this end here, I select it and then I click on this button right away, and you will understand why. Because Phi asks me to define a plane now, and defining a plane in Phi is pretty consistent, as you have already seen or will see in future tools such as symmetry. You can see that it gives us the option in the prompt in order to help us, to remind us. So defining a plane is one way is to simply click on one of the orthogonal planes, or the mirror plane that we will see later, or the symmetry plane. But for now, let's see how this works. So I clicked on the plane, and Phi immediately changed the direction of the vector to make it perpendicular to the plane I selected. So what would be another option? Again, I selected the vector, and then Phi tells me any face. You can define the plane by selecting a face, for example this one, and again Phi will calculate. Sorry, let me hide this, we don't need them anymore. And you see that I selected this face, so Phi calculated the direction of the vector by taking into account the geometry of the face. And a final option on how to define a plane is any three vertices. So I can select any three vertices to define a plane in Phi. In this instance, I'm going to I want to use the plane that is defined by this circle here. So I select 1, 2, 3. So Phi rotated the end to make it normal to the plane of the circle. One more thing, remember that, again, let's hide this. Remember that these, the tools that we just saw, tangent with reference to face and normal with reference to face, are not constraints. So this means that in case the face, the planes or the faces that I have used, in case they significantly change, the locked vertices will remain as they were. They will not change to adapt to the changed geometry. So in that case, I just need to select again and reapply as needed. Okay, now let's see the last button. For this purpose, I'm going to get rid of this. Oops. Great. Okay, I'm going to bring in a square. Okay, just leave it small. And I want it to be 2 squares, so I'm going to pop out one edge. Okay, and let's say that I want to copy this this vector, the direction of this vector, here. So I simply select the first one, select the second one. First I select the original, and then I hit this button. And I can also do the same for more than one duplicates. For example, here I can select this side, and I want this side to be copied here and here. So that's what phi will do for me. I want you to remember that this is different to copying an edge, which we saw last time. So if I want to copy an edge, phi will copy the whole shape of the edge. So I select a face and an end. And you see that the edge has been copied along all of its length. Okay, so this is another tool. This is different. And of course, this doesn't need to be on the same body. We can simply, let's just copy this one. Let's say that I want to make this end parallel to this one. And when I say parallel, this can be also the opposite, right? So it could be like this. So again, I will use the same tool. Select first the original, then the duplicate, and now you see that phi made these parallel but opposite in direction, because that was more reasonable given the initial position of this vector. Okay, and I think this we covered all of the tangency menu. Of course, if there are any questions, feel free to post them. And let's bring in a cylinder this time to explore the smoothness menu. Okay, as I said before, you can see here very clearly that where we have smooth edges, we also have the purple pair of tangents. However, this is not, we don't have to be in tangency mode in order to use the smoothness buttons, the smooth buttons. I just turned this on to show you the tangents. So let's see the simplest thing is to select two edges and simply click this button, and Phi will make them smooth for us. Notice that Phi moved the vertex in order to give a more a nicer shape to the smooth edges. If I don't want that to happen, then I'm sure that I want my vertex to remain here. I can again select both edges and hold down the Shift button when I click. Okay, and so you can see here that in both cases the edges have become smooth. You can see the vectors. However, in this case, the vertex has not moved. And if I don't want this to happen, sorry, if I want to unsmooth a pair of edges, for example, the ones that I have already made smooth, again, I simply select them and I hit the second button, unsmoothen. And this will return to non-smoothness. Okay, of course there is again here the shortcut for smoothness is U here, and we can select many edges at once. So here I shift selected the whole chain of edges, sorry, the whole loop, this is a loop, and I can smoothen or unsmoothen them. Let's say I want to smoothen it now. And let's see some more examples. We have just 3 minutes left, but I think they're enough. So another thing I wanted to show is that we don't have to select edges only. We can also select areas, or in this case I just pressed A to select the whole body, and Phi will smoothen all of it, taking into account the angles that the edges make, to try to understand the design intention. So if the angle is over a threshold, Phi will not smoothen it, unless of course we deliberately smoothen it by selecting the edges themselves. Okay, and also except for an area or faces, we can also just select a simple vertex and smoothen it, and this will happen. Just a note, when you have selected a chain of edges, Phi will smoothen them as one edge, which means that it will leave the ends of the first and the last vertex, it will leave them without moving, and it will move the vertices within the chain, so that we get the best shape. And of course, before we said that we can shift U or shift click in order to ask for all vertices to stay put, but if we want just a few vertices to move, we can simply select the ones that we want to not to move, for example these two, and hit U or the button without shift this time, because I have already selected the ones I want to protect, and then of course Phi will protect them. One more thing, smoothening is an additive effect, so if I for example here, if I smoothen an already smoothened chain, you can see that it gets smoother and smoother, and I can adjust this in order to avoid doing it over and over by adjusting the strength. For example, here if I turn the strength to maximum and then smoothen, whoop, the chain became almost straight at once. And one final tool that helps us is curvature combs, which, okay, let's see them here, it's more obvious, which I can adjust by increasing or decreasing the length and the density. You can explore this on your own. Okay, so we're out of time, I'm sorry, and I just wanted to tell you that next time, yeah, that was me. Next time we're going to skip the webinar, so the next webinar will be in 2 weeks, on the 5th of June. Yeah, next week we will be flying to Cyprus. We will let you know if you follow us on social media, and if you happen to be in Cyprus, of course, we will be very glad to meet you there in the Reflect Festival. And okay, until then, feel free to contact us, and great, we will be very happy to hear from you. See you soon. Bye. And thank you for attending. Thanks a lot. Bye.